Hello, friends of the interwebs. Matt the StarCraft here with another Pro SC2 cast for you. This is going to be 1v1 on Shattered Temple between our red Terran here in the east, the beast from the east, GoSupokebunni. On the right, we do have a blue Protoss. Don't let that name fool you. That is not Onslaught. Actually, kind of technically it is. This is going to be Convergence Gaming's Gezaral. This is his second account where he just practices, plays with new builds, kind of messes around a bit, just to have some fun. As you can see, they are being quite friendly, and I had this problem. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a cast today. I got home from work, I had a sore throat, my ear hurt, I felt sick, and I sat down and I thought to myself, do I want to cast? Do I want to cast a game for all you lovely folk? And then I saw all your faces looking up at me with those big old puppy eyes, really begging me. And how could I say no to that to you guys? How could I possibly say no? So here I am casting this game. I do believe this is just a friendly little match between the two of them on ladder. They were talking about something about ghosts, or not ghosts, banshees. Not quite sure what was going on there, but I'm excited to see this game. These guys, great players. Gezaral up and coming. He is a last I checked, he was ranked 1 in Masters. And Pokebunni, I haven't seen much of Pokebunni lately. I have casted a couple of Pokebunni's games, but haven't seen too much. Nothing out of the ordinary right in the opening right here. Just a gateway dropping down. The opening game, always so exciting. We do have a gas going down and a barracks for our Terran buddy over here. So very common opening. Again, nothing exciting to comment about. What I do like is that they are pretty decently spawned away. They are... Since they are not spawned close air here, we probably will not be seeing any crazy Banshees. Though this map isn't the largest in the world, it isn't exactly the smallest either, so potentially we could... This map holds the potential for a macro game, is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth. And I apologize if I have to take a couple breaks here and there. Just take a sip of water. Again, I am getting a little sick, and I'm blaming all of you, so thanks so much for getting me sick, guys. I thoroughly appreciate it. And I really actually like the placement of this barracks. You don't see this too often with it. This is just a nice wall. If the probe decided to get around here and try to scoot around back, get a good scout, it would be trapped, and the SVs could easily pick it off. Also, if any early aggression comes, it forces the units to either loop around the gas here or come all the way around over here, taking the long route, giving the SCVs more time to react. So Pokebunni being very strategic in the building placement, something a lot of high players have to worry about. Is just that building placement can make or break the early game for them. And I think he's going for a very early concussive shells. So we are going to see Marauders coming right out the back. That was the point of this gas right here, that early gas grabbing. So looking like he's trying to build out where he's going to get some very early concussive shells to slow down not his partner, should I say, his enemy, good old Gezaral. So we'll see what happens here. We are going to be quickly chrono boosting out a Stalker, and they are going to be following, it looks like going straight over to this other Zealot. So doing a 1 gate into pressure, and the reason he did this is because he did see that 1 Rax in early gas, knowing that it was going for a tech-heavy opening, and is allowing himself to put on a lot of decently early pressure. He's going to lose the Zealot because of the... Is he going to lose the Zealot? Oh, this Zealot is getting away with only 12 HP, guys. I thought for sure that thing was going down, and I don't think these guys are going to be able to catch up. I really don't. I think the Zealot is going to escape with his life. His shields are regenerating, and even if he does start to attack here, they are kind of in a bad spot, and yeah, nope, he is going to get away, and he is dropping a Nexus now, so 1 gate into Nexus, only 1 gas, and just got a couple of Stalkers out and a couple of Zealots, so instead of expanding right away, decided to put on the early pressure, and what I like about that is it forces Pokebunni over here to actually make units as well, just for defense, and also delaying this command center. Now this command center I do believe is just a tad bit ahead, just a tad bit, so the expansion's going down just at the same time. It does look like we're going to have a little encounter here, almost losing that Stalker just by the looks of it. There it goes. It looks like he is going to come out on top. Pokebunni, that is. Potentially, if he kills that Stalker, I would call that a win. Losing both Stalkers is definitely a win for Pokebunni, and can easily escape and kite around this Zealot, and is going to attempt to kill it off. Granted, this guy, Marauders do very little damage to Zealots at all, so the kill not going to happen, really not really worth it, or can't really get that kill without a Marine. So definitely on top in that little engagement, killing both the Stalkers and a Zealot. Looks like Gezaral here is going to be dropping 3 gates, just an additional pylon for that, all that extra delicious food. or psi or whatever they call it, those crazy Protoss and their crazy psychic abilities. So 1 gate into expand followed by another 2 gates. So a 3 gate pressure is probably what we're going to see here. I would not be surprised to see some sort of crazy 3 gate pressure push, especially since they've both kind of been relatively aggressive and checking out some relatively interesting builds here. Got the probe transfer, going to catch that scan just at the time of the probe transfer. Just going to know exactly when the saturation is going to begin at that natural. So a decent scan dropped by Pokebunni over here, and it looks like these 4 Marauders are gonna just sit back and defend, dropping a bunker. And let's take a look what kind of build we have going on over here. We got a couple of racks with we got reactors, so very marine heavy build, and a factory dropping down. So 3 gate, 3 racks, and because of I'm curious, and we have actually double gas going down as well. So looking to tech up pretty quickly. We do have stim going down as well. And Gezaral over here is just gonna keep his sentries and kind of sit back and macro up a bit. 1, 2 more gateways, so a 5 gate. Looks like he is getting ready for a big old push. Let's take a look at the worker counting station here. He is definitely ahead in the macro, and the army size is, the food is definitely favoring our friend Gezaral. I want to say Onslaught. Every time I look at his name, I'm like Onslaught, so that's why I stumble every single time. It does look like he's getting ready to do a push out. Probably going to wait for 1 more warp in. Yeah, there we go. Getting the 1 last warp in, getting 1 Stalker and 4 Zealots to be very Zealot heavy, and I love this. And the reason I love this is because he knows that he has Marauders in that army, and the Marauders are not going to do too much to a Zealot heavy army. And with the great force field placement, I do believe that Pokebunni might be in a little bit of trouble here. He does need to back up, move back to the bunker. Ooh, the bunker was recycled. I apologize. That bunker actually might be really useful right now, and there is the bunker going down. And he is going to be dropping just a proxy pylon. Probably wait for 1 more cycle now that he's got this pylon popping up. And let's just see if he decides to move out and what units he decides on. Or is Pokebunni going to force the encounter here? I do believe he's waiting, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now waiting for Gezaral to start with his last warp in before his push. And here come the Zealots moving in, and the Zealot count is quite high. As you can see, he is actually got an insanely good army to encounter Pokebunni right now. Perfect force fields, forcing all of the units next to the Zealots, where the Zealots can get some massive damage done. I just don't see this going very well for Pokebunni, y'all. Retreating as quickly as can to his bunker, that's where the Marauder is going to be. I would like to see Marines in there instead, even pulling the SCVs to force this encounter, and great force field placement there by Gezaral, doing a lot of damage. As you can see, the power of the Zealots against Marauders is just too much. And we are going to have another wonderful flood of Stalkers now to finish up the Marines, as the Zealot count is perfectly encountered, and there goes his entire army, actually. Interesting. The counter to quick Marauder and Concussion Cell is just massive Zealots, and pulling all of those SCVs is going to be a GG. The reason I wanted this replay, I knew it was going to be quick from the time, but seeing a quick Marauder build like that isn't seen too often. I know it's not unheard of, but just for those who want to do timing attacks and whatnot as a Protoss, if you see a quick tech lab on a barracks in very fast gas, you can just basically build Zealots and be fine against that push. Knowing that he's going to be doing a heavy bio build, getting good scouting is obviously essential, and he was even going for a Marine Marauder Medevac build, which is a great build, but to shut down so quickly, all you need is Zealots and a handful of Stalkers with some sentries. So a very interesting 5-gate push. I really like to see that. Thanks guys for watching. Do not forget to subscribe. Keep an eye out, as I'll be doing some more dual casts with good old Kibbles. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up, so keep an eye out for that stuff. And I will see you guys next time.